I recently joined my first open source community project type thing, and I think everybody should be part of one. Yeah, I mean, everybody that's interested in sort of like technical engineering and whatnot, but there's a few reasons why I think it's an awesome thing. Now, first of all, I want to say I've been working in tech space for a few years, and you might be wondering why. Like, why now? Why didn't I do it before? And the honest answer is I was intimidated. I was worried that if I joined a community project, you know, like the likes of Argo CD was once a community project, and much were other things, that I wasn't going to be good enough, and that I was going to be laughed out the door. Like, who are you? Why are you trying to join in our community? You don't know what you're doing. You don't even know how to code. That's kind of like where I was at. And that's not to say that's not still where I am. Like, that's definitely how I felt. But I kind of like got to the point where I was like, do I care enough to not try it now? I was like, nah, I got to try it. And I just so happened to stumble on one. So I jumped in it. I joined a community, and I still can't code for a damn. Not in terms of like actually build something from scratch. But the community was amazing. It was awesome. And I jumped into it. People were welcoming. I mean, we're only at something like maybe 100 or 200 people at that point. It was very small. But I was welcomed with open arms, and I got involved. Now, I had this sort of like view of community open source projects before, that you have to know how to code to be a contributor, to be recognized as somebody who is contributing to a project. And that is not 100% true, in my opinion, and based on the way I feel working with these guys. So what I was doing was just using their tool and showcasing it, like actually sharing it and talking about it outside of the bubble of the community Discord. It's an awesome tool. I was using it, I played with it, I built something, I thought it was cool, and I thought it was cool enough that I wrote a blog about it, and I shared it on LinkedIn. And I think I even did a YouTube video on it as well. And I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And that still counts as contributing to a community project. So don't be like me and think that you only need to know how to code. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I see some of the contributors and they've like moved the entire code base into a new language, I'm like awesome. I'm very jealous. I wish I had the skill set to be able to do that. But that's just not where I lie. So where I want to and try to contribute is perspective of somebody like with my experience. So a platform, infrastructure, cloud engineer. How would I use it? What things would I like to see? How would I like that to be implemented? Was this a potential security thing? How and who should have access to something? So there is lots of different ways. I haven't mentioned it, but I should mention it. The actual community I'm talking about is Kagent. I need to get a confirmation on the pronunciation. But Kagent, it's an AI agent tool, right, that runs on Kubernetes, which is awesome because when you look at a lot of the tools and the MCPs that are being built, they're all on Kubernetes. Or they're for like Kubernetes things like Grafana. Argo CD has their own MCP server. And then you got the Helm. kubectl has one. AWS has one, which of course you can link into it. And it's just like, it's an awesome tool and it runs on Kubernetes. But what it does is it gives you like an easy way to get into it. That sounds a bit... Anyway, it gives you an easy way to get to it. It gives you a really nice like UI to interface with, and I for someone like me who is still learning AI, learning MCP and agent to agent, without having to go in and build a whole new MCP tool server myself, I can actually just play with it like this. I mean, yes, I could go in to VS Code and update the settings JSON, which actually I think they've just updated and now you can just do extensions. But I don't want to mess with my VS Code config too much and use that as like a sandbox for testing servers. I want to do it separately. So having a tool like Kagent where I can just throw it in and go, hey, yeah, I want to connect to this MCP server and I want to see how it works. I can literally do that through the UI. It's just an awesome tool. Check it out. I'll share a link. Join the community if you want to do it. If you want to find a cool community, it's a cool community. They hit over 1,000 stars now on GitHub. And it's like, yeah, it's just worth checking out. But let's talk about some of the benefits of joining these open source community projects. As you know, I lost my job recently, and I actually got like contacted by some of the people in the community saying to me, hey, my company's recruiting. You know, you seem like an okay guy. I'll take it. You seem like an okay guy. Why don't you apply? You know, I'll give you a referral. And it's like, oh, wow, cool. So whilst we don't actually work directly with each other, you still recognize some work ethic there enough so that you're willing to put your name against me to go as a reference. That's awesome. Unfortunately, due to regions and stuff, we couldn't continue on that. But the point I'm making is, it's almost like another level of networking, right? Networking is a key skill in terms of trying to get a job role. Joining a community open source project is another type of networking and exposes you to a bunch of people who are engineers in different areas, in different jobs, in different companies around the world. Boom. You suddenly go from like a handful of network friends, people, friends, we're all friends, to like hundreds, and now there's I don't even know how many people are in that community right now, but there's a lot, and I feel like I could reach out to any of them for support because we're all part of this together. It's awesome, and one of the biggest things that, especially at the moment, because you know I've been feeling a little bit low with the whole job thing, and feeling like am I good enough? You know, will I still succeed as an engineer now with everything going the way it's going? And I got a recognition, sort of like a shout out on LinkedIn. And this is how it works. This is how social media works, and it made me feel good. I'm not gonna lie, I felt great. I felt really great. Even more so like somebody posted the recognition, right? Kagent posted the recognition. Spotlight, Chris Matcham. Thank you, Chris Matcham. Loved it. I felt amazing. I succeeded. I achieved. I did something not for a business, but for the community, right? Felt awesome. But then on top of that, people from other companies saw that. They liked it. We connected. My network got bigger. And then somebody from like huge companies, there was like a guy from the QE project, which is all like Argo CD and stuff like that. He liked it, like a big honcho. And I'm like, network got bigger. I'm like, these are like some really big influencers and like contributors in the tech workspace. And now my network is branched out to them. So yeah, I think everyone should at least give it a go. Like they're about. I fell on this by mistake. I don't even know how I fell on it, but it happened. I saw it. I joined it. It's great. You join it. Join it. Join another one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one. Because at the end of the day, because it's community driven, this is something that everybody wants to succeed together, with no real sort of like, you're not asking for anything in return. People are doing this because they want it to succeed. That's it. You know, you're part of something, and feeling like you're part of something is an awesome thing. You know, especially in this, the way the tech space is at the moment, you can feel very disjointed and very disconnected from people, and very unsettled and unsafe. So community projects are awesome. Anyway, this was just a quick shout out to say, look, give it a go. It's worth a go. You might enjoy it. You might suddenly find success through it, and you can build your network through it. There's a lot of perks to joining a community. I recommend it. Until next time.